Okay, so this is a re-recording of my review for the Expanse Season 3. I had a nice 30-minute long, in-depth discussion about everything I could remember from the season, and it sounded like this.
Guy she murdered when blowing up that UN.
Yeah, now you can see that was a bummer, but I'll just do a briefer one here where I just hit on the highlights of the season and give my thoughts on it. Before we get started, like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. I'm well into Season 4. That'll be out a lot quicker than Season 3. Show's just getting great. Overall, I have to say this season was excellent. Most definitely my favorite season so far. I've started to notice that they split the events of the season into like parts 1 and 2 of two major events that happen with a gap in the middle. This season, the first part revolves around Io and the Protomolecule along with Prax and May. May is Prax, the Doctor's daughter, who is now with Jules Pierre Mao on Io doing a whole bunch of protomolecule testing. And so the gang on the Rossi goes through, they end up collecting Avasarello and Bobby, and they make it to Io at the same time that UN and Martian fleets are converging. And so this is all happening at once. And just throughout this, like, the character moments are so good, and like the writing and the humor has improved greatly along with the effects. I'm not sure if they got a bigger budget or something, but the space and the protomolecule look better than they have in the previous seasons. The biggest moments that I want to highlight here are my favorite moment of the season, or I'm not sure if it's my favorite moment, but it's the funniest moment of the season, of where Prax is going to shoot the doctor that kidnapped his daughter, and Amos comes up and he's like, "You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy."
And then the doctor's like, "Oh, thank you. You saved me, blah, blah, blah," to Amos. He's like, "I'm that guy."
Okay.
Okay.
You? Absolutely.
And blows his brains out. I just was probably shouldn't have laughed at that, but that was just super funny to me for some reason. But also, Holden captures Jules Pierre Mao, and the UNN fleet is hit by some protomolecule, especially the Agatha King, where there was a whole plot line about like rebellion against the whole entire fleet admiral who was working with Jules Pierre Mao, and the black captain or whatever, and Avasarello's bodyguard played main parts in that. And that was kind of like a sad moment as they ended up dying and sacrificing themselves for doing what's right instead of just following orders. And so that's where the first half of the season really takes a hard cut. And like, I took like 2 days in between watching episodes, and when I came back to the next episode, I was like, what the heck is going on? Because what ends that first half of the season happens on Venus. A huge brain-looking thing pulls off of Venus and forms a ring. This brain-looking thing is a protomolecule and Eros that previously had crashed in the previous season. The next half of the season opens up with everybody going to go inside of it. But it also follows this Belter racer whose girlfriend hooks up with his brother or his best friend, and he's like super depressed. He's like, "I'm gonna fly through it." And he hits it and explodes. So everybody's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't go through this fast. And Jules Pierre Mao's other daughter starts sabotaging Holden and the crew, and like sends some like propaganda messages with Holden's face, like framing him as the bad guy, and like because she also blew up a UN ship. And so they're getting chased by a missile sent by the Belters, and that's when Miller starts appearing to Holden. Well, it was when the ring first turned on when the Belter hit. And these are probably my favorite character interactions of the season, is between Miller and Holden, and the comedy of seeing it from somebody else's perspective, of Holden just like talking to a wall or something. It's like the nuances that have been placed in the characters and the plot significance in the season were great all the way through. And so eventually everybody converges in the ring, and Holden goes down to the ring. And then there's a couple of events that occur that make the ring, and well, the inside of the ring, think that everybody's a threat. So they drop the speed even more so they can't escape. And Holden, having gone down to the center docking area of the ring and doing what Miller said, now realizes that there's thousands of other solar systems connected through this ring, and the creators of the protomolecule in the ring have died, killed by something, but he doesn't know what, and Miller, or aka the protomolecule, also doesn't know what. And Miller's throwing this all in a detective scheme, like, we gotta solve the case. Come on, guy. And so throughout this, the Belters now want to blow a hole in the ring to escape, but like Holden knows that the ring will just end up killing everybody on both this side and that side of the solar system. And so he convinces everybody, well, and also forces everybody to shut down the reactor cores and all the ships to make them not a threat. And this is where little pinpricks of holes start appearing in the sphere of the inside of the ring. And there's 1,300 plus new solar system portals open. And he says it after he has one of his like super trippy flashes into the Protomolecule's like brain and viewing of this is going to be a new bloodbath, a new gold rush of the world. That's exactly what the Protomolecule wants, because it wants the humans to go explore and find what killed what created it. And so this just leaves me with such like excitement and questions in my head of to where we have 3 different factors. We have the Protomolecule itself, which we originally thought was the main threat and the main thing that came from another solar system, but it really was just a tool of another alien race that's been around for billions of years and something that killed it. And this is so much better than just having blue goo like superhumans attack things. It's so much more interesting. I'm very glad that this is the route this series has taken versus just fighting blue monsters. It is so much more mystery filled and bringing up new questions that really intrigue me versus just having it be a battle in space. But overall, I really like this season. It is by far the best season so far, and I'm hoping it just gets better and better. I'm sorry that this was so much more general than my past reviews, but I spent 30 minutes talking about it, going super in depth on the last one, and that audio just sounded terrible. Like and subscribe if you enjoy. I'll be back with season 4 soon enough, and that one will be more in depth, as hopefully I don't screw up the audio again. Thanks for watching, guys.